Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, people, hope you're all well and having a great day. I've got a video today for you I never had planned or scheduled. I just seen this game pop up on my store feed a few days ago and couldn't help myself. I tried looking on YouTube for PlayStation reviews specifically, and I couldn't find anything useful, as it was predominantly PC gameplay. So I took the gamble and bought it with the intention of filling that void and delivering a PlayStation review for you today. This is only my second time officially reviewing something, but I'll do my best to give you all the most important information while showcasing the game in all its glory. Now then, let's get on with it. Starship Troopers, a film that released in 1997 to much beloved fanfare amongst the youth of the time. I was 13 myself and was a prime target audience for what has since become a cult classic franchise. If you too were living during the rise of Starship Troopers, you no doubt like me always wanted to be a trooper and experience the thrill of the bug hunt and action with those now iconic weapons. Well, unfortunately, there was never an outlet to live these moments in video games back then. It has taken 27 fucking years to deliver a true Starship Troopers experience on console, but thankfully, the wait is over. I'm now in my 40s, but no less eager to experience life in the boots of a trooper. So let's talk about Starship Troopers Extermination on PlayStation 5. Now, I'm not in the business of bullshitting no one, so allow me to discuss the elephant in the room first, the technical performance. Starship Troopers Extermination was released into early access on PC in May of 2023. It has since gone through a myriad of patches and updates, and finally it has left early access, which leads us to the full console launch. Unfortunately, this game is not optimized efficiently and does suffer from heavy frame drops and a few other less minor bugs. And not these kind. This is at its worst when you first load into a game, you're greeted with this spectacle.
Assault and secure. Clean and by the numbers. Brimstone team will deploy and secure.
Now, for the most part, it only seems to last for 30 seconds or so until all the players and assets are loaded in, and then it does actually stabilize. However, in my opinion, for a game running on performance mode on the PS5, the frame drops are unacceptable in the year 2024. I have heard that the game's devs are committed throughout the rest of this year to exclusively work on performance, so with the game currently only out a few days when I took this footage, it's highly likely and hopeful the devs have a hotfix and patch drop as soon as possible. You can get a more consistent frame rate in quality mode, but who wants to play a first-person shooter in 2024 in 30 frames per second? I certainly don't. Now, even with performance mode on, you can expect your frames to drop from 60 to as low as 25 during some of the most chaotic moments. Now, for any other game in any other circumstances, I personally wouldn't tolerate this. However, I've waited 27 years for this experience, and holy shit does it deliver on that. So yeah, there's frame drops, but video games are designed to be fun, and despite all the technical issues, there's still mega amounts of fun to be had here. Allow me to take you through a few examples of gameplay and showcase some instances to help give you a sense of what it's like to be a Starship Trooper. In this particular instance, I took it upon myself to make full use of my speed boost on the Ranger class to make that suicide run back to the dropship first to supply cover for my brothers in arms to safely reach me. It was an epic end to an intense mission. This time, we were on hard difficulty, and we had to make it back to the dropship, but part of our platoon was stuck on this ridge with the clock ticking and death all around us. We had to make a decision. It was an awesome moment that felt just like Starship Troopers at its finest. Now, bear witness to the sheer depth of shit you'll be swimming in with no paddles. This was on hard difficulty with modifiers that increased ambushes of tiger arachnids, and by God did the swarm hit us hard. What was left of our unit was holed up in a bunker with an entire swarm of both dead and living bugs that literally blocked out the light. I've never felt so helpless. Needless to say, none of us survived. These intimate moments are what make the game truly stand out. So, you might be asking, what exactly is this game? This game is a 16-player online co-op first-person shooter that puts you directly on the galactic front lines of the acclaimed sci-fi series. You will take up arms against the endless threat of bugs as one of 6 unique classes. There's Guardian, Demolisher, Sniper, Ranger, Engineer, and Medic that all feature their own special class abilities and weapons. For example, the Sniper comes with a jetpack, which in this game can be unbelievably clutch in a pinch and to traverse to safe vantage points, with the additional abilities that increase damage from heights. The Guardian can place a protective barricade, which gives you vastly superior defense and improved recoil on your weapon. You can combine this with the pheromone ability, and you can be a useful distraction and bait to mow down the oncoming threat.
Tiger's dead.
Multiple tigers, putting down my shields. The medic is everybody's best friend and serves as a vital role in what you will face, especially on the harder difficulties. As you progress through the ranks upon completing missions, more abilities will actually unlock, and that further enhances the gameplay and offers different playstyles. Weapons level up too and feel far superior once you unlock the respective attachments. All in all, there's a reasonable amount of depth here for what is a simple concept. The missions you will be undertaking range from your standard horde modes to resource collection to generate economy for your base. Your base being what you construct as a team using the simple build and repair tool. The base build system gives you a variety of options to construct and place for efficient base defense, from bunkers, towers, walls, lights, turrets and sentries, and ammo stations that all must be placed strategically for optimal results. It feels awesome when you're all locked and loaded behind your walls, just anxiously waiting for hell to arrive. Unless you're these two.
Target at 75%. We're almost there, Brimstone 1.
During certain sections of missions, you typically have to defend it for a period of time until extraction becomes available. Now this is where your adrenaline spikes. Once extraction is available, your team has 2 minutes to get to the dropship, otherwise you're left behind. This can result in some epic and frantic scenarios as you and your brothers in arms must navigate the corpse-strewn infested battlefield in one last dash to safety and ultimately victory. What makes this extra biblical is the original soundtrack from the film that kicks in these instances, and it's fucking awesome. Okay, the boys are leaving. We're doing it.
This way, this way. Ah, fuck. Why am I... Fucking fell in the goddamn...
The devs did a fantastic job at recreating the vibes of Starship Troopers and delivering a kick-ass fun experience at the same time. This is the game I craved 27 years ago. Even with its technical issues, the sheer fun here goes a long way to easing that pain. The missions themselves are on an hourly timer, so after every couple you complete, there will likely be a new list with various modifiers to enhance the risk, but extra experience benefits on offer to compensate. some of these modifiers create godly swarms you'll have to deal with. And also, believe it or not, the game does actually feature a single-player mode, with Casper Van Dien himself reprising his role as Rico to deliver mission dialogue.
Should be a standard operation with little resistance, but if your team can't handle the basics, then I don't have much use for you.
But, in all honesty, after only a couple of missions, I lost interest as they were very tutorial-orientated and I was too eager to jump into the multiplayer. I'm sure as it progresses, it's an entertaining addition, but the game is really in the epic 16-player missions. And I'm sure you noticed earlier the sheer amount of bugs on screen, both living and dead. Starship Troopers runs in Unreal Engine 5 and beautifully recreates the scenes you would expect in a game with this license. Bodies can stack and are actual physical objects that can block doorways and will require you to either climb or cut the corpses away. As for optimization for PlayStation specifically, it's very basic and bare bones. There's no FOV slider, no button remapping, and no HDR support. There's a reasonable selection of audio options, which is welcome given the game supporting proximity chat, which can be hard to hear amongst the sounds of war. In closing, Starship Troopers Extermination is a faithful recreation of the license, albeit hampered by technical issues that need to be addressed. Even with these issues, there is a great deal of fun to be had, even as a solo player. The game's minute-to-minute game loop is adrenaline-fueled, and if you're a fan of the franchise, it's definitely worth the 40 coins, especially if the devs fix the performance. There is an absolute gem in here. Hopefully, this review has been helpful to you in some way in making a more informed purchase. For more gameplay content, please come hang out on the channel. I'd love to have you. Until next time, take it easy. I'll hopefully catch you in the next one.
All right. Spread out! Fire teams! You locate a bug hole, nuke it.